Universe, I'm Athina and I'm grateful that you're here with me today. Today we are going to look at your month of October 2024. And how I'm going to do that, I am going to use the tarot cards to look at the beginning of your month, the middle of the month, and at the end of your month. And then I have two oracle decks that will give you advices for the month of October. Pretty much that's it. So you can choose your group or groups based on the color of the dice, the crystal that are in front of you. You can also go to the description down below and look at the timestamp to see if you see your lucky number there, a number that you're seeing often, and choose based on that. And after I've introduced you the groups, I will be playing 1 minute meditation music. And after that 1 minute meditation music, there will be also a selection for clairaudient people out there that like to choose based on a tone. The tones are going to be a random tone number, a random tone from my guitar, from my acoustic guitar. And I will be, after the meditation, there will be one tone for pie 1, 2, and 3. Everything is also in the description down below, so if you want to listen to the meditation music for more than 1 minute, you can go back to the timestamp to click there, so you have 2 minutes. The same goes for the clairaudient selection. If you need to listen to the tone more than once, you can go back to hear every tone again and again. And yeah, so introducing you the groups. Pile number 1, you have the red dice, and your crystal is this clear quartz that is on a socket. So normally it would be like this, but from the camera up there you don't see it, right? That's why I have it laying like this. So this is the clear quartz for pile number 1. Pile number 2, you have the green dice, and this is bloodstone, I think. It's raw, so it's not polished or anything. Pile number 3, you have the orange dice, and your stone is this lava stone or volcanic stone. So it came from a volcano. So I will leave you now for 1 minute so that you can meditate upon the groups and later on the clairaudient selection if you want to. And I will be seeing you at your groups later. See you! Hi, pile number 1, you chose the red dice, the clear chords or the tune that you heard, and this is going to be your reading. I'm going to put everything here and I will let it stand here and not lay it down as it was. And so this is going to be your reading of October 2024 prediction. Just so that you know, I am currently learning tarot again. I already read tarot, but I completely changed my reading style and the system that I'm using, and so I am now new to everything. So I will be looking up the meanings of the tarot cards because I am now fully committing to learning the correct way of reading the Rider-Waite-Smith system, RWS for short. So yeah, I will be reading most of the tarot cards out from the guidebook so that I can learn, because it's a lot. And it is also going to be a lot more detailed, and it's going to probably resonate better. And yeah, of course, if something some intuition message comes through, I will say it. Most of the time I will be using my intuition for the oracle readings, and so I someday will have the perfect balance of intuition and meanings of the cards. That's the deal. Previously I read tarot only based on intuition and was more of an energy reader. Now I am trying to be more of a card reader, and hopefully in the future mix those two together. So let's get started. So at the back of the deck we have the Four of Wands, and I will speak of this card later after we have done with the three cards here. I'm going to put them a little bit more down and hopefully have not a glare from the light of the table. So the beginning of your month you have the Ten of Wands upright. So let's see what the Ten of Wands upright means. And by the way, I'm using my iPad because I have the PDF of the guidebook on there. That's why you hear me tapping. So, Ten of Wands upright keywords are burdened, travail, labor, and impositions. You are carrying an oppressive load, and while you are handling it well, the load is hindering yourself from seeing the path. You cannot see where you are going right now as a result of the oppressive load. Maybe you are indecisive about the path you should take in life because you are doing too much at once right now. If the inquiry is about a venture, work, or business, more of a prediction, but anyways, let's read it. It is being inundated with administrative or transactional burdens, and as a result, you have lost track of the venture's original mission. The load carried is preventing sight and insight into the future. That said, the outlook is still optimistic as indicated by the blue sky. You manage the burden well without much incident as suggested by the clear path at your feet. In the end, you will reach your destination just as the town is in sight. Typically, the 10 wands represents other people's burdens, but you are one who tends to shoulder the burdens of others and make those burdens your own responsibility. The burdens could also represent commitments or obligations you have to others. The wands generally represent not your own burdens carried for your personal benefit, but burdens you have taken on for the sake of others. Contrasting, the Two of Pentacles in reverse can suggest the sense of being overburdened, but the Two of Pentacles represents multiple projects or multiple focal points that you are trying to juggle for yourself. On the other hand, the Ten of Wands suggests someone who is carrying others people's work and feeling exhausted from their responsibilities. Perhaps you have taken on too much, are so immersed in other people's problems that you can no longer see your own path. The message here is to let go of those burdens and prioritize the self over others, at least until you reach town. In other words, until you attain your own personal goals. If you are constantly working for others rather than for yourself, the resentment that will inevitably accumulate may move you toward imprudent actions. Thus, you are urged to focus on the self again. The blue sky suggests that the oppressive load is temporary and you are going to be just fine in the end. I have nothing left to add. Basically, it's exactly what the guidebook said. So this is going to be the beginning of your month by number 1. So it looks like the advice from this card here is for you to let go of other people's burdens and tasks. Focus on your own path first till you reach your goal, and then you can help others. It's reminding me of the I'm not sure if you ever rode a plane, but in the plane there is always the safety videos, and as well as the messages from the team that says that if the air pressure in the plane drops, the masks that are the oxygen masks will drop down, and it says that you should put your own mask first before you help others put theirs. So in this case, you put your own goals first and then you can help the others, because you are currently carrying too much at the beginning of October. So if you want to change that, you first, then the others. It's not going to make you selfish at all. It's just going to help you reach your goals and take care of yourself, because you don't want to be exhausted and burned out after that. I assure you, being burned out is not fun at all. So now, at the middle of your month, you have the Tower. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. So we had here a minor arcana, which is something that is more on a day-to-day basis at the beginning. The middle of the month is going to be really important because you got the Tower card. And the Tower card is a major arcana. So it talks about major events that will change your life for the better. Not for the worse, but for the better. It is, even though the Tower looks looks like this, it's not all that bad. So let's read out the Tower card from the guidebook. Tower, keywords: sudden fall, ego, hubris, catastrophe. The Tower expresses downfall as a result of one's selfish, egoistical ambition. It is a sudden change, a jolting event that will shake you to your foundation. There will be an undermining of your sense of security or stability. However, new revelations will come after the jolt. The aftermath is truth. The gold lighting rod suggests that there will be a sudden epiphany, realization, or significant spiritual growth through this period in your life. The falling crown symbolizes toppling materialism, thwarted materialistic ambitions. Comparing it to the Judgment card, Judgment suggests an epiphany or realization that leads to the World card or divine fulfillment, whereas the Tower card suggests an epiphany or realization that leads to rebuilding and reconstruction. The Tower, but in the Tower, you are still far from divine fulfillment. The Tower often appears in readings for the cutthroat, ambitious, for those who embody the combination of ambition, ego, pride, and talent. Sure, you are talented and skilled, but if ego and pride are not kept in check, you will fall. The card may call to mind the Tower of Babel. You are sent to the top full of hubris and through ruthlessness and cunning. However, your ego will be struck down to humility. This is good news, actually. There will be a lesson in humility. Wisdom will be gained in the end. The Tower card can also appear in readings for individuals who are incredibly capable, highly intelligent, and fully aware of their capabilities and high intelligence. However, they have been cut down to a profound low point and they don't understand how they could deserve such belittlement. The Tower card often appears in readings for you because it is a warning that the ascent to the top must be paired with spiritual understanding and humility. Otherwise, the ascent will end with a crash downward. The card could indicate sudden change or destruction of past hard work, but hard work that was the result of hubris and ego. In a reading, the card might indicate bankruptcy. Be careful of upheavals and destruction. Be prepared. Pending swift action and strong forces will affect your stability. However, revelations are to come. The Tower card could also indicate that there will be a sudden game changer, one that will feel out of your control. It may make you feel helpless. The sudden change will not be easy for you to deal with. There will be difficulties. What seemed stable and solid to you is not so. It is in fact destructible and will come to destruction if you do not make drastic changes. If the Tower card appears in a reading upright, it is not time to take risks. You should be conservative and cautious. The element of fire governs this card. Attributions associated with fire will represent the external forces at play in your situation. The old must be destroyed so that the new can be built, this time correctly for the right reasons. Yang energy is dominant. And if I'm not mistaken, Yang energy is masculine energy. For those that don't know about it. So something that you have built, maybe because of ego, will be taken down so that you can learn to be humble again, so that something truly can be built again. So do not fear this phase, just accept it because it's there so that the right thing can be built. Now on to the end of your month. We got the moon card in reverse, so looks like the beginning of the month is just some day-to-day things that are going to affect you, but from the middle of the month to the end of the month, those are the most important moments of the month for you that needs more awareness, more, how do you say, that are going to be more changing in your life. I don't know how to better say it. So let's see the moon card. The moon in reverse keywords are inconstancy, risk, uncertainty, and confusion. Reversed meaning: you are in a state of confusion. If you are asking about your career, there is uncertainty. If asking about love and relationship, it is highly volatile and emotional period. There is instability. Invisible pulls from the external are affecting the tides of your situation to your detriment. There is a risk of misunderstandings in relationships. If the moon appears in reverse and you are contemplating a high-risk move or venture, they should be advised not to take it. The seeker should be as conservative and stable as possible right now. I'm sorry, I have hiccups. The moon in reverse suggests great fluctuations, high risk of harm, confusion, and inconstancy. Therefore, you need to find a way to lower the risk for the matter at hand. When the moon appears in reverse, the moon depicted on the card is waning, which may suggest that matters will come to a closure for you. The resolution of your state of confusion is everything that rises must converge, suggesting that the rising tides of your situation will soon come to a head and the significance will become apparent. Revelations will be had. The repressed latent will always surface, and any strong intention to repress will cause a violent surfacing. It is particularly intriguing I don't know how to pronounce that, into the Sun card. So, as in the Tower card, you have the repeated message to not take any risks, to be as stable as possible, so ground yourself and do not take any risk. And we had it here in the moon. The answers of all that confusion and why things have happened as they have happened will come later. So I think so around the beginning of November and maybe throughout the period of November is where you are going to see why this happened and get some answers, and the confusion will be lifted. It's just my guess. But we have the card that was at the bottom of the deck, and it was the Four of Wands upright. And I have learned from my friend that the bottom card of a deck is mostly the result of the reading. So this will result into the Four of Wands here, which is, by the way, a really good card. So I hope that your spirits can be lifted up again. But I don't feel like that you were down because of it, because I don't feel any certain type of downness. as an empath, I can feel those things. So sometimes when I change my emotions throughout the reading, you will see that I change the way I speak and things like this. It could be because someone is feeling a certain type of way of this reading, and that's why I change the way I am talking, because I'm picking up on the energy. So without further ado, I found the Four of Wands, and the meanings keywords upright for the Four of Wands are prosperity, concord, familial bliss. The Four of Wands denotes harvest and warmth, hearth, and peace in the domestic sphere. The two figures depicted in the card are often interpreted by contemporary practitioners as a happy married couple. However, note that in Waite's seminal work Pictorial Key, he explains that the two figures are both women. If you are in a romantic relationship, it may end in marriage. The card also suggests happiness within one's community. Generally, it is a card of balanced, harmonious success. It may indicate work and career success accomplished through teamwork. Overall, the Four of Wands is a great card that suggests work-life balance. There is harmony between the internal and external spheres. Comparing here in the Four of Wands, a young or nuclear family will enjoy prosperity, productivity, and concord, whereas in the Ten of Pentacles there is a sense that the prosperity is multi-generational and also perhaps more material in nature. The Four of Wands is a stronger reference to well-balanced inner happiness. I'm happy for you that you will be having this, because everyone deserves it. So now on to the oracle cards to give you some advices for the month of October. So this oracle deck here is a newer one. I haven't used that often yet, so I will be reading this one out of the guidebook as well. And it's really beautifully written, the guidebook, so I liked to share this with you. So let's see. So those are the two cards that we will have for advices and guidance for October. So the first one, wait, let me see. Can you see the cards? Not. No, yes. Okay, the first one is balance. Well, we did have balance with the Four of Wands there. So let's see, number 2. Balance. Here is a quote from someone. It could be the author, or sometimes the author of this deck is quoting someone else. So I'm not sure if this is from the author Nari Anastasia. So much energy is being spent on others. It is time to replenish your own energy source. This card signifies a need for balance and equilibrium with your inner world. Your external world is merely a reflection of your inner worlds, and right now there is a call for balance in the giving and receiving of energy. You have been taking care of everyone else's needs, but not your own. Well, hello, Ten of Wands. We see you again. Thank you for being the nurturing soul that you are. But, dear one, you have really been giving a lot of yourself lately, and the balance between giving and receiving is uneven. Being in this unbalanced state can cause you to feel overwhelmed and fatigued when dealing with challenges. When you give so much of your energy, it is vital that you replenish your energy source afterwards. You can achieve this by taking some time out in nature, getting adequate rest, practicing self-love, being self-nurturing, and eating healthy, energizing foods. Be around people who uplift and encourage this journey that you're on. It is also time to really ask yourself why your outer world is sending you situations and circumstances that exhaust you mentally, physically, and emotionally. When you give too much without receiving the equivalent energy back, deeper issues relating to self-worth and self-love are exposed. Do you constantly give to prove your worth and justify your existence? Perhaps there is an underlying fear of losing whatever it is you cling to. Dear one, you are worthy, unique, and so very beautiful. You are pure divine light connecting to the cosmic pool of abundance, blessings, and love. You have an affirmation for you if you want to use it. It is, I am valuable, lovable, and worthy of love. And the associated chakra to this card is the solar plexus. Then your other advice from this deck is let go, number 19. It's time to relinquish your need for control and let the leaves fall as they may. If you have drawn this card, it is time to relinquish your need for control and release your tight grip on how you think the world and everyone in it should be. Letting go is an emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental process of releasing yourself to the universal spirit of love. It's giving up your need to control the outcome of every situation and the control of the people you hold most dear. This period can be challenging in many ways, and Spirit asks you to have faith. Spirit, the universe, God, whoever you believe in. Have faith that the universe will guide you and send forth the outcomes that are needed for your journey. Understand that you have been this way for a long time, and this need for control stems from your youth when hurt, disorder, and instability was experienced. Spirit understands your need for caution, but holding on to and controlling every aspect of your life is taking its toll. Hanging on so tightly does not bring the outcomes you desire. Instead, it serves to repel all that you cling so tightly to. Your soul longs to be free and dance through the winds of change. If you deny this part of you, the freedom to play, the universe will send the right situation or person to help unlock the free spirited child in you. This may come at a time not suited to your plans and may leave you feeling vulnerable and confused. Dear one, it is time. It is time to let go. Letting go of your need to control will set you and others free. There is now a prayer that if you want to use that to ask for help, you can, but you don't have to. The prayer goes, Great Spirit, please give me the strength to let go all that I cling to. Divinely guide my thoughts, words, and actions with love and understanding. And again, the associated chakra to this is the solar plexus one. So now I will be pulling 2 cards from this deck as well and see what other advice you get for your month of October. you see? Yes, you can. So the first advice here is number 15, glamour. Into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. So with this card, I think that the advice for you is to see that there are so many possibilities out there for you. You just have to look a little bit more, and also know that, because it is saying there, into this mirror I now see the realms of possibility, to see that you yourself have the potential to make those possibilities come true, that you have the power to see those possibilities. And we have here glamour. It's like a glow up. You are stepping into a more powered self and seeing that you have so many possibilities on how your life can be, and that you have what it takes to make that possible. It was more of an, and that is your advice, to see the potential in you and the possibilities that are in front of you throughout the month of October. And the other one you have is prosperity. As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine, with number 3. I think it's more of a reassurance than a guidance and an advice that, yeah, the tree, the thing that you have planted, the hard work that you have put in, you will see the prosperity, and you will see how strong this tree will grow. But we need to remind us that we did have the tower, that something that you have built needs to be taken away so that the right thing can prosper and be reconstructed. So I think that maybe you have been tending to the wrong tree. And here this is saying, hey, the right tree will grow strong and fine. So the prosperity that you want to have will come to you. Just more of a reminder to you, pile number 1. So this is everything that I have for you, pile number 1. I hope that this was of help. I hope that you liked it. I wish you all the best for the month of October. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye! Pile number 2, you chose the green dice and the bloodstone, and this is going to be your reading of October 2024. Do know that I will be looking up the meanings of the tarot cards, because I am currently learning the meanings of them the correct way. Because I was previously more of reading based on intuition than on the meanings, and now I want to focus more on the meanings, so that in the future I can combine meanings of the cards, the actual meanings, with my intuition. Do know that I will still use my intuition if a message is coming through, but most of the time the intuition part will be when the oracle cards are on. Just shuffling your cards as good as possible. Whoops, sorry. The devil in reverse is quite loud. But I have not yet asked anything for the cards. So now we are going to shuffle for your cards. So at the back of the deck we have the Ace of Wands upright. We'll talk about this card later when we are done with the 3 here in front of us. So let's put them down so that the light from the lamp doesn't glare the cards. So beginning with the beginning of your month, yeah, it was right. With the month of October, we have the Queen of Cups upright. So let's see what this means for you. Let me search up the card first. Queen of Cups upright. Keywords are nurturing, warm, tender, empathic. The Queen of Cups is a loving woman. She is the most intuitive of the 4 queens. She functions primarily through her intuition. She trusts her intuition almost to the point of defying logic at times. She is tender, nurturing, and has a tendency to be overprotective of her loved ones. This woman is a counselor. She is a nurturer. She is likely a good wife and or a good mother. She may be very empathic, creative, and poetic, and generally have a kind demeanor. She is well loved by many. While dominant, the Queen of Cups demonstrates strong people skills, charisma, and a possible gift for prophecy. There is a tendency to be moody, could signify Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. The ornate and unique golden cup she holds signifies her high privilege and status in life over others. Her clothing suggests purity in thought, good intentions, and someone who is a dreamer, likely very idealistic. Mermaids symbolize an idealized and rare form of feminine beauty. They also represent vanity and a fickle temper. The ocean water at her feet is rippling, unsettled. This suggests that you are someone who tends to overthink situations. Also shows amplification of emotions. Figuratively, the Queen of Cups could indicate strong, effective, nurturing, or interpersonal relationships. From French playing cards tradition, the Queen of Cups is said to correspond with the biblical character Judith, a widow who charms and seduces the villainous Holofernes and subsequently beheads him to save her city. Yeah, so the Queen of Cups could either be you or someone in your life that is going to be important in the beginning of the month of October for you, pile number 2. So, in the middle of the month, you have the card, the Knight of Cups. Well, interesting. The person changes here. So, someone else may be the focus in the middle of the month. Again, the Knight of Cups could be you or someone else, depending on where you see yourself in. If the characteristics of the Queen of Cups were you, then you are being represented as the Queen of Cups. And if you are not the Queen of Cups, you may be the Knight of Cups. But the Knight of Cups also has a different meaning of everything. So let's see exactly what the Knight of Cups means. The keywords are charming, affable, equanimity. I hope I pronounced it correctly. I'm not sure. The Knight of Cups is a charming young man of high intelligence. He possesses great people skills. He inspires and motivates others. The fish on his tunic are emblematic of faith and Jesus Christ. He is romantic, sensitive, a dreamer, someone with lofty thoughts. The Knight of Cups is usually skilled in the arts. very social and charismatic on the outside, but on the inside his feelings are easily hurt and he does not take criticism well. He sees the world through poetry and beauty. Of the 4 knights, the Knight of Cups is the most intuitive and compassionate. He is an admirer of the arts and has a strong sense of style and aesthetics. He is a physically attractive man and is often admired by many for his attractiveness and charm. In a reading for someone asking about love could indicate the appearance of a young male with the foregoing qualities. Figuratively, the Knight of Cups could indicate assertive behavior in interpersonal relationships or being outwardly expressive of one's emotional state. Water dominant, the Knight of Cups demonstrates strong people skills, charisma, empathy, intuition, and maybe a gift for prophecy. There is a tendency to be moody. Could signify Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So the characteristics of the Knight of Cups could either be you or someone that will be important in the middle of the month. And we should also not forget the figuratively that maybe this will be a point in your life where you will be more expressive of your emotional state and how you are feeling. But let's see how this is going to end the month. At the end of the month, we have the Lovers in reverse, and I need something to hide certain parts. Yeah. So your focus on this month pile number two is looks like relationships. But let's see the Lovers in reverse, what it means. That's the wrong card here. The Lovers in reverse keywords are temptation, interference, discord, moral quandary. There may be interference with your efforts from a meddling third party. In a romantic relationship, the Lovers reverse could suggest meddling from an in-law, relative, or someone who is jealous of the relationship. The card could also symbolize interference from lifestyle circumstances. A third party is tampering with your relationship or situation. When the Lovers card in reverse, the symbol of relevance is the serpent. There is a serpent in your kingdom. In a reading for love, the card reveal in reversal indicates uncertainty or confusion in a relationship. Your heart and mind do not align about your lover, and that uncertainty has been brought on by the meddling of a third party who is planting seeds of doubt in you. The Lovers card upright and reverse can both indicate the choice between vice and virtue and an ethical and or moral quandary that you face. Upright may suggest that you choose what is ethical and moral to yourself. In reverse, it suggests a temptation to veer from your own standard of ethics or morality. So your relationship situation at the beginning and in the middle of the month is going to be okay, but there will be a turn of events here at the end because of someone meddling with it is an external force. It doesn't have to be that there is someone trying to split you up. It could just be that maybe both of you are working really hard and are really busy so that you cannot see each other or spend time with each other. And also, in case this is not talking about the relationship, it is talking about a choice that you should make. Are you going to fall into the temptation and disregard your ethics and morality? Or are you going to choose virtue and your standard of moral compass? Because just so that you know, if you chose temptation, the next card the consequences will be the devil. And we have seen the devil appear while I was shuffling. So just so for you to know, the devil card upright keywords are bondage, temptation, and seduction. You have fallen into the seduction and are prisoner of it in a summary. And we did have it in reverse, and the keywords are in reverse: defeat, release, and severance. So coming out of the temptation, like releasing yourself from the chains that have bound you, in a summary. But we have the one card that I have said in the beginning that we will look at it after this one, and we have here the Ace of Wands upright, which I have learned from my friend that the cards at the back of the deck are the outcome of the situation that the reading was, or the question. So this should be the outcome of the month for you, and it is a good one. Yay! So lift up your spirits. We have Ace of Wands. Keywords are venture, opportunity, new enterprise. Anticipate a new venture or enterprise. Material and spiritual progress are coming to you. The Ace of Wands represents the start of a new journey, new career or profession, or new creative project. If a reading has been centered around the domestic sphere or family life, then the card could indicate a birth in the family. Congratulations, if this is true. If so, the child will be energetic and motivated with strong creative or inventive talents. If the reading has been centered around work, the Ace of Wands is about the birth of a new project and its active progressive development. Comparing the Ace of Pentacles would denote a new project with strong commercial viability and the opportunity of material gain, while the Ace of Wands does not necessarily portend profit. Here in the Ace of Wands, the new project is creative and innovative. The opportunity presented by the Ace of Wands is one sourced straight from the sacred tree, or tree of life archetype. It is one that brings in science, religion, philosophy, the arts, and humanities. The Ace of Wands represents focused creative energy that has just been put into action. Note generally that the aces of the minor arcana suggest opportunities, and the corresponding elemental association will indicate the nature of the opportunity. Here the Ace of Wands represents an active yang or even masculine force surrounding the matter at hand. However, the active force suggests that you will be doing rather than receiving. Yin would suggest reception. So, that is your possible outcome for the month. So now let's see the advice for you for the month of October. This deck is rather new. I haven't used it often, so I will be reading this one out of the guidebook, and we will pull 2 cards from this deck to get some guidance or advices for your month of October. So your first advice and guidance for the month of October is emotions. Well, we did talk about emotions with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, so it does not surprise me. Number 12, so let's see. We begin here with a quote either from the person that has made the oracle deck here, Nari Anastasia, or someone else, and the person will most of the time be quoted then. So, emotions and feelings Emotions. It is time to acknowledge and release suppressed emotional energy in a positive, constructive way. Emotions and feelings assist us in navigating our way through life. They are fundamental to determining the health of our physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Many people suppress their emotion for fear of being consumed by them. Neglected, stored emotions create volcanic pressure within, which can be detrimental to your energy and body. If you have selected this card, spirit, the universe, whatever you believe in, is encouraging you to allow your emotions to flow in a safe space for you. Express your emotions. If you are sad, then cry. If you are angry, then be angry. Acknowledge and truly feel this process. Observe the emotions that are being released and ask yourself where these reactions and emotions stem from. Perhaps past memories and experiences are overlaying the current experience and increasing its emotional impact on you. It's so easy to overlook the tight grip the night emotions have had on you until they are released. Channeling these emotions in a positive, constructive way rather than ignoring them allows you to free yourself of the emotional baggage within you. This act of releasing enables you to be present to enjoy the magic and awe of your everyday miracles. It's easy and tempting to resist these unpleasant emotions, but the only way you will be free of this suppressed energy is to walk through the emotions. Writing down your feelings, releasing your emotions to nature, or talking with someone you trust are just some of the many ways you can dispel this pent-up energy. Be gentle and compassionate with yourself during this process. There is a prayer that if you want to use, you can, but you don't have to. Great Spirit, please guide me through this process of cleansing and releasing with love. The associated chakra with this card is the sacral chakra. So your next card is Surrender 31. But before I read it, I need a drink from my water. My throat. Needed this. So number 31, surrender. A quote: surrender to what is, let go of what was, have faith in what will be, by Sonia Ricotti. I hope I pronounced it correctly. If you have picked this card, you are being guided to surrender. Surrender your worries, burdens, and control over outcomes, and just be with life in this present moment. By surrendering, you allow life to move forward naturally as it should. Resisting the natural cycles of life only causes anguish and frustration and a feeling of constant struggle. Dear one, stop persisting in swimming the other way. When you push against life, life pushes back, and what you resist most will continue to exist in your life. Do you feel perplexed by the fall of autumn leaves? No, for there is trust in the natural cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. Everyone experiences these cycles. However, most of us live in a state of unawareness and resist the cycle of birth and death within them. This doesn't mean you should quit, but rather make the decision to trust in the cycles of life. When you are in acceptance of what is, you become more When you are in acceptance of what is, you become more empowered to attract the outcome you desire. Acceptance does not mean giving up your power and let to another, allowing yourself to be ill-treated, or giving up on your dreams. Acceptance is giving up your resistance to what is and allowing Spirit to guide you to do what needs to be done. When you surrender the tight hold you have on the situation and bring yourself to a place of inner peace, you will find that clarity. Solutions will appear and allow deeper wisdom to guide your way. Energy that was once spent on resistance will now be focused on projects that bring you joy. This, in turn, will attract the miracles and blessings you so hope for. Then there's an affirmation that you can use if you want to, and the affirmation goes, I surrender to this moment and trust in Great Spirit to guide my way. The associated chakra is the solar plexus chakra. So on to the next oracle deck. Here I will be putting 2 cards as well to give more advices for you for the month of October. I haven't even shuffled yet. Let me see, can you see the cards? Yes, you can. Okie dokie. So, the first advice is strength, 34. Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, and power. I'm getting 2 things from this. One is that whatever challenge you will be facing through the month of October, this will make you stronger. You will learn about stability, you will learn about endurance and stamina. And the other thing that I was getting is that you will need to step into your strength for this month of October. I'm sorry, let me drink some more water. Step into your strength. And I don't know why, but I keep focusing on strength here, but the parts Ren. I don't know if Ren is somehow important to you. If this is a person, a name, or or something. I'm sorry for the cough. But yeah, stand in your power, know that you are strong, or that you will learn to be strong through those hardships. Either way, something like this. I'm not sure, it's quite difficult to pinpoint what exactly this means. But yeah, the other one is number 14, friendship. Bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter, understanding too. Yeah, spend some time with your friends. When you are exhausted, when you're going through it, spending some time sharing stuff with them, have laughing together will lift your spirits. And if you don't have friendship that you can do those things, start to attract them to you. Manifest the type of friendship that you want into your life, that you can do this. So, pile number 2, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that this was of help. I wish you all the best for your month of October. I hope this was of help. I hope that you liked it. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I wish you all the best, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye. Hi, pile number 3, you chose the orange dice, the lava volcanic stone here, and this is going to be your reading of October 2024. I'm currently learning the correct meanings of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the RWS cards, because in the past I read more with my intuition the cards than the meanings. Now I am going to do the opposite, be more with the meanings, to learn them, to have them as a foundation, so that in the future I can mix both of them, the meanings, the correct meanings, and then my intuition. Of course, I will still use my intuition when something comes up. Most of the time this will be happening more in the part where I will be using the oracle cards, but if something comes up, I will do it. So that's why I will be reading the meanings of the tarot cards from the guidebook. And maybe you can learn something too with me. And share this learning journey experience with me. I just want to be transparent. That's why I keep telling everyone that I am learning the correct meanings. Because it would be strange if suddenly I change my tone of voice because I'm reading something and not telling why I'm doing this. I just shuffle the cards really good for you, so now we can pull. So at the back of the deck we have the Moon card upright. I will talk about this card later. First we focus on the 3 here and then we go to the Moon card. I do have to say about the end of the month, something is uncertain. It felt like it didn't want to come out, the card. I was unsure which card to pull. So this here may be a little bit different from everyone. It may be that this card is not for everyone, or this is mostly likely to be not that accurate. Something about the end of the month was not really there. So it could be that the cards were refusing to answer that one. So take this card here with a grain of salt. So let's get started with the beginning of the month. We have the 9 of Swords upright. Let's see what this means. I'm going to search for the card here in the vast guidebook of the PDF. Here we have 9 of Swords upright. Keywords are haunted, grieving, insomnia, troubled. You are haunted by a sense of loss, whether the sustaining of material loss in a given situation or the intangible loss of a loved one. What's more, there is also loss of sleep over the matter. Cutting thoughts disturb your rest. You blame yourself for what has happened. You believe that the loss is your own fault and could have been prevented somehow. But the 9 of Swords tells us that in fact, what has happened to you was in a way inevitable. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. I've been talking a lot. It was beyond your control. It was a loss that would have occurred one way or another. It simply had to happen for reasons you perhaps cannot perceive right now. There is a strong sense of force majeure in the 9 of Swords. The roses printed on the quilted blanket represent mystery, and the alternating quilted pattern of astrological symbols suggests causes well beyond your personal control, a matter written in the stars, or at the very least caused by powers greater than you. Fencers carved into the wood of the bed indicate that a combat took place and you were not the victor. When one awakes from unsettling dreams and is caught in the haze between the conscious and unconscious, when you are unsure what is real or unreal, that feeling is what you feel at the moment. Note how the points of the 9 swords depicted on this card extend out of you, suggesting that the total amount of damage is not yet ascertainable at this time. I'm really sorry if this is talking about a loss of someone. My condolences. I really feel for you. It's never easy to overcome the grief of that. I still am grieving of someone that I have lost 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. I still think sometimes about them and feel sad that they are not around anymore. So yeah, let's see. The middle of the month for you, pile number 3, is the Empress in reverse. So this is something happens in day-to-day basis, because it's a minor arcana. The Empress card is a major arcana, so here is a big focus and really important time of the month for you, pile number 3. So let's see the Empress in reverse, what it means. The Empress in reverse keywords are barren, lacuna, or mission. Efforts of creation and innovation won't yield result. There is a sense of emptiness and no production after much work and effort. Your actions are preventing contentment and fruition. You are the cause of delays in fruition. The Empress reverse may indicate barrenness or experiencing difficulties with conception or childbirth. The card could also suggest weakened maternal energies, detachment or severance from the Mother Earth archetype. The Empress in reverse can at times serve as a reference to relations with a mother or mother figure that is strained, experiencing conflict or in need of your attention. Generally, the card in reverse is a message to you that you must commit to harnessing earth qualities to succeed. The element of earth is missing and is the cause of imbalance, barrenness, or lack of results. So it looks like the beginning and the middle of the month of October is not going to be easy, pile number 3. But I do hope that it gets better at the end. Let's see what the card is that we take with a grain of salt. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Here we have again the element of earth appearing in reverse. So we will get some more information about someone here. This could the Queen of Pentacles can represent you or someone else, as well as the Empress can represent you or someone else. Is it more of a mother figure? This too has a motherly energy to it, but less stronger than the Empress. Like, because it's just a queen. The Empress is like high up. The Queen of Pentacles is a little bit under the hierarchy. So it could be that the Queen of Pentacles is the daughter of the Empress in this case. But let's see what the actual meaning is this. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles reversed keywords are dependence, in-depthness, self-preservation. There is over-dependence on others. When the Queen appears in reverse, she is not self-sufficient. In reverse, the rabbit darting in the foreground indicates vulnerability and shyness. If the card appears in a reading for a woman, the Queen of Pentacles indicates her potential, but there are delays before you will reach that potential, most likely due to insecurity and passivity. The card may suggest in-depthness to others, may indicate a sense of self-preservation, dependency on others for financial sustenance. The card could also indicate the negative influence in your life of a woman who fits the profile of the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles, just a quick, what characteristic it has: resourceful, intelligent woman, creative in business ventures, rich and charitable, great at generating prosperity, would make a great entrepreneur, has a lot of material possessions or is very interested in material possessions. She has a great deal of pride in her beauty, wealth, fortune, materials, friends, networks. It yet wields a strong sense of duty responsibility. She is stylish with great aesthetic taste. There may be a tendency to be vain or materialistic, also the tendency to submerge her emotions and not express them to others until the point they bottleneck. Very attuned to considerate of others, could indicate strong effective nurturing of wealth. French playing cards is said to correspond to biblical character Rachel, the wife of Jacob and mother to Joseph. and does interact the card color to mind the traits historically associated with her. Physically, she is someone shapely and beautiful. Earth dominant, could signify Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So, but this is going to be the beginning, the middle, and the end. It is going to be a tough month for you, pie number 3. I have to say this. It's not going to be easy, but there is a meaning to this challenge. And the outcome of this is the moon card that we had. Because I learned from a friend that the back of the deck card is the outcome of the situation or the questions asked. So we have the moon. You will not get the answers that you were hoping for. I can say this because I know a little bit of the meanings of the moon card. But I do hope that you are not too disappointed. Because there is a reason for this all. But we will not see this right now. So, the moon card upright. Keywords are reflection, changes, imagination. A reflection of the inner self is emerging. The moon represents the shadow of the self, the unconscious mind, repressed weaknesses. It suggests that the accumulated repressions are now causing your shadow to surface and affect the self-conscious. Facets that have been repressed or are latent in you are now emerging and influencing the present consciousness. There is tension between that which has been repressed and that which is in the present consciousness, and that tension is a source of your problems. The theme of the moon is constant change, duality, and dichotomy. I don't know how to pronounce that. The tame side and the wild side are at odds. Intuition is strong. There may be secrets. Comparing, the High Priestess represents personal mystery, while the moon represents physical mystery. The High Priestess suggests secrets that a person is withholding. The moon represents secrets of the natural world, the hidden condition of your situation that will reveal itself in time. The moon represents poetry and mystery. It suggests you with hidden abilities to harness both tame elements and wild elements. The High Priestess suggests a mystical or metaphysical mystery. The moon is about latent abilities. The High Priestess is about disguise. The moon is about revelation of the inner self. The crayfish or lobster in the foreground symbolizes your emotional and intuitive state. It suggests the prevailing water energies in your life. The crayfish is also a scavenger, suggesting a subconscious inclination in you to take from emotional leftovers, to scavenge in a sense. You are perhaps unaware of your own scavenger inclination, since on the card the crayfish is depicted as emerging from the pool of unconscious knowledge. There is a strong theme of conservation in the card. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little bit of pain at my stomach, and I'm not sure if this is a pain from myself or if this is a pain that you are currently feeling. The pain is also on my left chest, to be PG friendly. So I don't know. I will stand up for a moment. So my voice may sound a little bit different now. So there is a strong theme of conservation in the card rather than exploration or expansion. There is also a sense of needing to feel protected and thus forming the tough outer shell. simultaneously there is a profound vulnerability that you are trying to conceal from others. In the Middle Ages, the crayfish was believed to have medicinal properties and was able to ward off the plague. Note the recurring theme of the plague from the death card. Likewise, another symbol recurs from the death, the twin pillars. In the death card, the twin pillars were in the background, and in between the pillars, a bright sunrise. Here in the moon, the twin pillar symbolism occupies the center. Now the sun has risen fully to its peak in the sky. The sun simultaneously now depicts a waxing moon, symbolizing growth, development, and ascension. There is a direct progression from the death card to the moon. You went through a transformative process, a personal metamorphosis, and now you possess the intuition and premonition needed to alter your own fate for the better. Also here again there is a symbol reference to the sun rising from the waters. A winding path, like the temperance card, leads from the water through the mountain peaks to the sun. Though here in the moon card it is a sun moon and is risen rather than rising. The development may suggest that the first light of the divine, the first clarity to be offered, comes from the moon. The reflection rather than from the sun itself. Let me take a quick drink from my water bottle because my throat is a little bit dry. The temperance suggests harmonious balance between your known conscious and the repressed unconscious. The moon, however, indicates the you repressed unconscious. There is resistance in you against the surfacing of unconscious thought into the conscious due to fear or hyperactive defense mechanism. There is conflict between the known conscious and the repressed unconscious, which is the root cause of your anxiety, depression, or other mental disturbances or sense of disquiet you experience. If the card is in the future, for unforeseen perils are ahead, and you must use intuition to avoid them. What those perils are will be determined by the other cards in the spread. The moon card is advising you to maximize use of intuition. The essence of water in the card corresponds with interpersonal relationship. So be watchful of deceptive people nearby. You must go with your gut instinct about people. Invisible forces are present. Ocean tides are caused by the gravitational attraction of the moon. The moon's pull may not be able to defy the Earth's gravity, except when it comes to water, which is the element that the moon is governed by. You, with a great deal of water energy in your life, is going to be affected by the moon. In practical application, when the moon card appears in a reading, there is an external invisible force pulling you that is causing the changing tides in your life. That invisible force is what you must understand and work in harmony with in order for your life to feel balanced again. Comparing, the sun is the signifier for society's warrior king and chieftain. The moon then would be the signifier for society's magi, priest, or shaman. The moon and the high priestess are interrelated. The high priestess bears esoteric knowledge, while the moon is the beginning manifestation into consciousness of that esoteric knowledge. The moon is the mysticism and mythos of civilization that resonates with a deeper cosmic truth, the energy dominant. The moon could also relate to the sign Pisces, and timing-wise denote the period February 19th to March 20th. So that was with the tarot portion. Now I will be pulling 2 cards from this oracle deck here to get you some advices or guidance. I have not used this card a lot, so I will be reading this the cards that come out from this deck from the guidebook. So now let's pull the 2 cards here. So your first card is Shine 29. It rhymed. So there is a quote either from the creator of the oracle deck, Nari Anastasia, or someone else. When it's someone else, most of the time the names are written there. So the quote is, "Shine, for you not only light your path, but also the path of others around you." If you have selected this card, Spirit, the universe, whoever you work with or believe in, encourages you to shine your extraordinary radiant light. You have traveled a long road full of experiences that consisted of reservations and uncertainty of self. Now you find yourself inspired, motivated, and ignited with a sense of purpose and passion. Limitations of the mind that once kept you bound have been released, and you are now ready to take that next step. It is time, dear one, to follow your heart's true calling and sing your unique song. Spirit thanks you for having the courage to step away from the crowd despite the caution of the mind. The more you build on your creative passion, the brighter your light will shine. Not only will your surroundings transform to reflect your increasing vibration, but many around you will be inspired by your achievements and personal growth. Just by following your heart and doing what you love best, you will assist humanity in raising its planetary light. Some may become envious of your accomplishment and success, but don't feel obliged to turn your lights low to appease the discontent in them. Keep shining, for soon they too will be inspired by your luminous glow. A strong current is propelling you forward in a positive direction, steered by the heart. A path that is driven by the heart is a soul that is limitless and fruitful. Have fun during this wonderful time and express your beautiful soul for the world to see. You deserve it. And there is a prayer that you may want to use if you want, but you don't have to. The prayer goes, "Great Spirit, I thank you for the clarity, insight, and direction I have in my life. I am grateful for this wonderful opportunity to share my unique light with the world." The associated chakra with this card is the sacral chakra. So the next card you have is Integrity, number 17. The quote, "To walk with integrity and truth is to walk empowered in spirit." The qualities of this card represent breaking through habits and thought patterns that don't serve your authentic self. Habits and thoughts that leave you feeling guilty and less than who you are. These patterns and emotions serve only to disempower your true potential. This disempowerment is caused by the ego. The ego judges that part of you that lives in the world of habitual patterns and mind games, creating areas of shade. The more it criticizes and judges that shade within you, the more your divine light diminishes. After a period of constant attacks and judgments, you are left feeling defeated and disempowered. Mistakes do happen, and there are times when we all say and do things that we wish we hadn't, but instead of criticizing and judging that shade within you, send that part of you love, light, and compassion. Be gentle with that shaded area, dear one, and understand there is a reason why it is dark. With love, shine light to this part in you and truly see what fears lurk at its core. View your fears with compassion and understanding. Love in fullness all that's been hurt and wounded. Now acknowledge the light that is you, the pure divine essence that flows through your every cell. Remember your true divine self. Continue your journey with strength, integrity, and truth. The more you choose to walk in truth and integrity, the brighter your light shines and the more empowered your spirit becomes. There is an affirmation that you can use if you want to. The affirmation goes, I am a warrior of love. With integrity I walk this path of courage and truth. The chakras associated with this card are the solar plexus, heart, and throat chakras. Let me take one more sip. Now, the last two cards here to give us more guidance or messages for the month of October. This guy will be purely using my intuition. So let's see. So, your first card is 24 magical powers. I weave and clear, I cast and know. Magic secrets to me now show. Look for signs. Is the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this card. Someone is trying to communicate to you and show you something. So that's why you should look for signs. I don't know which signs this is, but it could be a phoenix, because this is a phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to know about some sort of secret, because we did have that with the moon card, you can ask for help from your team, but it may not be an answer that is clear, like in your face. It could be that they will lead you to the answer with small steps, and you have to figure out for yourself what this is. It's the feeling that I'm getting from this card. Like, it's not going to be in your face, the thing, but you will slowly but surely discover it with time. So you have to be a little bit patient as well. That is all that I have for this card. So to the next one. Number 14. Psychic protection. Around me now a shield of gold, protecting me strong and bold. Do make sure of pile number 3 that for the month of October that you protect your energy as best as you can. I do have a video on how to protect your energy. It's on, you can find it in the playlists. There is a playlist called Energy, and the first video of that one is how to protect your energy, and there I talk about different methods that I use or have used to protect myself from other people's energies, so on. So you can also use this card as a way of affirmation to use to protect yourself. This is something I like to add. You can also use affirmations, visualizations to protect yourself and energy. In my video, I think I go more on the physical things like stones and whatnot. So yeah, pile number 3, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that things will get better for you after the month of October. I wish you all the best. I'm here rooting for you that everything's going to be alright for you. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. I hope it was of help. I hope that you liked it, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.